Hello PED 110 family. I want to welcome you back after we had a week off in celebration of the 4th of July holiday. So at this point you should have completed all chapters through chapter 8 and 9. And for this last week of regular textbook content, we're going through chapter 10, Preventing Cardiovascular Disease, and chapter 11, Stress Management. So with preventing cardiovascular disease and stress management, really these both are incorporating things that we've talked about since chapter 1. Just taking care of not only our body, but our overall wellness. And so it is true that cardiovascular disease may run in our family. We may be predisposed to it due to heredity. However, we can take steps to minimize the likelihood that we develop cardiovascular disease or other heart diseases. And so it's very important that we acknowledge our factors that may put us at a greater risk for such a disease and kind of take control of our life in that aspect. And that's the same for stress management. You can't eliminate stress, but you can certainly take steps to minimize how stress impacts your body. And you can certainly take control of how you respond to stress and the things that you allow to cause you stress. And so both of these chapters focus on how you can prevent this cardiovascular disease, a chronic illness that impacts our society in tremendous ways. And then the same with stress. You can look at probably almost any family member and identify at times where they haven't dealt with stress in the best manner. Maybe even yourself in particular as full-time students, and maybe also you're carrying on a life as a parent, as a spouse, and so sometimes we let stress get the best of us. So hopefully when you finish these two chapters, you'll have the skills that you need to combat these two risk factors. Okay, so again, these are pretty routine weeks. We've got a checklist, our video, a PowerPoint, a quiz, and then you've got the labs for both chapters 10 and 13. Okay, we're only covering 13 in the book, but I thought the content was necessary for the lab here. Again, the labs are optional, but if you've done them up to this point, continue doing them. As I said, it's a pretty hefty incentive or extra credit type deal for you to complete the labs. And then the same thing with chapter 11. We've got the checklist, the PowerPoint, and the quiz, your lab, and then the physical activity monitoring weekly report. This will be your last weekly report, so let's make it one of our best in terms of the distance traveled, energy exerted, calories burned, so forth and so on. And so after this week, you'll have your final exam, and that's it. So 2 weeks of the course left, this 1 week of content, and then the week for the final exam, and that will wrap this semester up for you guys. If you have any questions, as always, I'm here for you. Please reach out to me if you need me. Take care. Have a great week. Bye-bye.